The creation of Adam and Eve. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. This first man was named Adam. God planted a garden in Eden, a paradise filled with every kind of tree that was pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden stood the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God placed Adam in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. He commanded Adam, saying, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die." Seeing that it was not good for Adam to be alone, God decided to make a helper suitable for him. He caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep, took one of his ribs, and made a woman from the rib. When Adam saw her, he said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man." Adam named her Eve. Life in the garden. Adam and Eve lived in the Garden of Eden, enjoying its beauty and abundance. They had everything they needed and walked with God in the garden. They were naked, but felt no shame. The temptation. Now the serpent was more cunning than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. The serpent approached Eve and said, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" Eve replied, "We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, 'You must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die.'" The serpent said, "You will not certainly die, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Eve saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom. She took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband Adam, who was with her, and he ate it. Immediately, their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. The fall. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God as he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and they hid from the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to Adam, "Where are you?" Adam answered, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam blamed Eve, saying, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." Then the Lord God said to Eve, "What is this you have done?" Eve said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." The consequences. So the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly and you will eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." To Eve, God said, "I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." To Adam, God said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate fruit from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat from it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil, you will eat food from it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return." Expulsion from Eden. The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. And the Lord God said, "The man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat, and live forever." So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. After he drove the man out, He placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim and a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life. If you enjoyed this exciting adventure, please like, share, and subscribe to Biblical Adventures. Thank you for watching, and God bless.